Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Most of the time I like to spit game. Sometimes I like to tell a couple stories from my life. Let's just get into some stories on a Sunday night. You ever have the universe look out for you? Maybe it's your guardian angel. You don't know what it is, but a bit of luck go your way. You thought it was bad luck, but turns out it was actually very lucky. I'll tell you a story maybe to explain it a little better. I was doing band promotions in Central Florida about 10 years ago. I was promoting several different heavy metal bands, industrial goth bands. I had a retail clothing store that sold rock and roll merchandise, punk rock stuff, heavy metal stuff, kind of like Hot Topic, but it was privately owned. It wasn't a corporate store in the mall. The store became a hangout for people. I had a lot of stuff on consignment, and a lot of the local bands would sell their CDs in my store. And I would do pretty well for some of them. Some of them sold pretty well. I was single, and I was interested in the singer of one of the bands that I was promoting, this industrial goth band, and she's this goth chick. Goth chicks are weird chicks, but she was pretty, great voice. And we're flirting with each other, and one night she gives me a call and says, why don't we go out on a date? And I go pick her up, and we hang out. And we bop around town, have a little fun. Later on, ended up here at the house. We start, making out on the couch, and I get a text message. I don't know why I looked at it. I mean, it's not the ideal thing to do. But somehow there was a pause in our steamy make-out session, so I took that opportunity during that pause to check my phone. And there was a message from somebody that I know, a mutual friend of me and the chick that I was with. I don't know how she knew that I was on a date with this chick, but they're mutual friends too. Maybe she mentioned, maybe she said, I'm going out with Sky. And the message said very simply, do not fuck Adrian. I'll explain later. That's all it said. And that was weird. And I was just sitting there like, Put the phone down, we go back at it, sucking face, getting all sloppy. Things are getting heated. I had a coffee machine. Like a professional Starbucks coffee machine. I forget where I got it. Oh yeah, there was a place that went out of business that had a bunch of restaurant equipment. They sold restaurant equipment to restaurants, and they went out of business and had a fire sale. And I was driving by one day and I bought the coffee maker. Huge, crazy looking thing. I was drinking lots of coffee and got the thing for cheap. Threw away my piece of shit coffee maker and put that on the counter. It was gigantic. And the coffee pot sits firmly in the coffee machine, and the coffee machine was way back on the counter, and I got a pretty big counter in the kitchen. And we're sitting here making out, just going for it. And I hear in the kitchen, as we're kissing, a glass shattering. And it was a sound, I mean, it sounded violent. It was a loud shattering, and it really sounded like a crash, like something was thrown down. I get up, go into the kitchen, and in the middle of the kitchen floor, right in the middle, was the handle of the glass coffee pot. And all over the kitchen floor was thousands of tiny little shards of glass. The coffee pot didn't just roll off of out of the secure holder, off of the counter, and then just fall off the counter. It somehow must have flung its way out of the coffee pot flown out to the middle of the kitchen, 10 feet to the middle of the kitchen floor, and then smashed as hard as it could, because there was not even a piece of glass bigger than a ½ inch. Well, that chick freaked out. Remember, she's a goth chick. These goth chicks, they all believe in ghosts. They watch all those paranormal shows. They take that shit way serious. The goth chicks freak out over ghosts, man. She thought there's a ghost in the house. What else could it be? It's a ghost. She freaked the fuck out. I never seen somebody so scared. She tears off. She's gone. Got cock blocked by a ghost. I was just like, well, damn, man. I mean, first the fucking text message, and then my cool coffee maker gets broke. He broke my fucking, I don't even know how that happened. What a weird thing to happen. And she goes running out of here, all freaked out. And she said, you have a ghost, you have a ghost. I'm out of here, this is terrible. You know, you gotta get, she said, what did she say? You gotta bring in an exorcist, not an exorcist. Forget what she said. You gotta bring in somebody to flush the ghost out. There's some kind of person who does that. Gypsy or some shit. So I'm cleaning up the fucking glass, all the mess, a pain in the ass. I had 2 dogs at the time, so I'm trying to keep them out of the kitchen. Of course, they want to see what's going on. Fucking little pieces of glass everywhere. A pain in the ass cleaning that shit up. And I was bummed. My coffee maker, man, I was really psyched on that coffee maker. I was really happy to have it. The next day, the chick who texted me comes into my store, my retail store. And she's got a big smile on her face. And she's like, sorry I texted you, but I hope that you got the message. Did you get the message? Please tell me you got the message. And I was just like, yeah, you know, I didn't fuck her, don't worry. She's like, oh, thank God. I was like, well, why would you send that anyways? And how did you know I was with her? And she's like, don't worry about that. All I wanted to tell you is that Adrienne is married. And she's currently married. And you know her husband, and this guy Sean, whatever his name was. And her husband, who I had met once before, just in a social gathering, an incredibly nice guy, special ops, like Navy guy, brilliant, really intelligent. I talked with him all night about, he does code breaking or whatever. Really smart fucking guy, really nice. She married that guy, and she was just out cheating on him. I have high morals and virtue, and I try to build my character. I do not cheat. I've been cheated on, and I do not cheat. I'm not a homewrecker. Fuck no, fuck no. If I would have somehow found out the next day that I was contributing to her infidelity in her marriage, oh my God, I would have been heartbroken. I would have been heartbroken. What a terrible scar. I would have been, I do not want to fuck up what that guy has going. Now maybe his marriage was crumbling anyways, but that's not me to take that from him or to be involved in that in any way. That's a major sin, you know. I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible, right? You're not supposed to fuck some other dude's wife, right? I think that's in there. So I was thankful. And what had turned into a frustrating, cock-blocked evening where I was hoping to get laid by this sexy singer of a rock band that I had a crush on. I was so glad that that ghost, whatever it was, I don't have any explanation for the coffee pot. You explain it however the fuck you want. Could have been a ghost. I don't know. Just another story from my life. Thanks for watching.